Hello everybody, and welcome along today. What we're doing today is the very first episode in a how-to series for Farming Simulator. This is, of course, Goldcrest Valley. We're down at the cow paddock, and I'm going to show you today how you look after cows. So, if I go on to here and show you, I have 25 of each animal, as you can see, and they have 0% productivity. Today we're just focused on the cows, so don't worry about the pigs and the sheep. Today we're on about the cows. They need water, straw, grass, silage or hay, and power food. So first of all, the very first thing you need to give your animals would be water. So what we have here is we have everything we need to look after the cows. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump in one of our tractors here, and we're going to drive over to our water trailer, which is positioned over at, as far as I can tell, the nearest water fill trigger, which is down this way, between field 29 and 30. If I just turn the HUD, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go, HUD's on, but there we go. So we go along here, between field 29 and field 30. Don't worry about the amount of money we have. This is just a how-to series, so money is completely irrelevant. Across this field here, you will see next to that shed there, we have our water trailer. This is the standard water trailer. I've used no mods for the machines that we're using today. The only exception is the front loader that we're using, well, the telehandler is from the Modern Classics DLC, but everything else is standard in the game. You can use any front loader with a bale spike on it to do this. So we'll fill this up, and I will show you whereabout we fill the water up for the cows. That will do us 7,300 litres of water that this small water trailer holds, which is not too bad. I believe that is the closest water trigger. I had a quick look around the area and I couldn't see another water trigger, so I think that one is actually the closest to the cow pasture. There will be a full series on how-tos, so if you're watching this one and wondering how do you look after the sheep, how do you look after the pigs, those are coming very soon as well. I will be working towards getting those. At the cows we have 3 feeding troughs. There's the big one across the front here. There is this one here. Neither of those are the ones we're wanting for water. The one we want for water is all the way around this side, the other side of the couch. You could go the other way, but this is the way I've chosen to go, just so I could show you the other triggers. This trigger here, if you watch the bottom left hand side of the HUD, we get the tip icon. Now you can always tell which one the water trough is because it's the same size on both sides. The other one is sloped down one side. So we'll fill that up as much as we don't need to completely fill it because this is just a how-to map. I'm not looking to actually look after these cows at all, but this is just to show you how to do that. So without seasons on, the maximum capacity of the feeding trough suffices to feed the animals for 6 days. So we just leave the water trailer there. We don't need that anymore. If we have a look at the animals page, they have full water. So next, let's look at straw. So for straw, what you are going to need is you are going to need a bale shredder or a loading wagon if you can't afford a bale shredder. If I load this up here, as you can see, I've got a whole heap of bales. I've got straw, I've got more bales over that way. I have everything we need here on the farm bar grass. We have some hay in there. So what we need is we need our telehandler, which is just around the corner here. Let's start this one up. I am using the CSZ or CZS or whatever that mod is, with the auto stack, the auto load function on the bale spikes. So we'll turn that on. you will get a message up on the screen if you are using this mod. I believe this mod is available for all different platforms. It can hold 2 bales, very good mod, very handy. So what you're going to want to do with this, if I can get out of the tree, is we're going to want to put these inside your bale shredder. As you see, it's only register 1, but you have a second one in there too. You can do it one at a time, but I personally like to do it too. So as you see here, we do have the tip icon, so let's go ahead and do that. You'll hear it spin up, and then it will start spraying straw into the barn area. Straw is not necessary for cows. You don't have to give them it. If you give them it, it will mean that they produce solid manure as well as liquid manure. Now, we're only going to give them 2. As you see, it's not completely full, but it has turned green. So let's just get this out of the way now. My reversing is ever present. Now, if we have a look back here, we can give them grass, silage, or hay. When there's a comma there, you can give them one or the other. You don't have to give them both, just one or the other. But what we're actually going to do is we're going to give them power food first. What I have here is pre-mixed up in the Silo King here. So we'll jump in here and we will give them that. As you see, it's filling up in here. Everything's going perfectly fine. And what we'll do after this is I'll show you how to make the power food with the other mixing wagon we have over there. Both this machine and that trailer over there are the same thing. This is just the self-propelled version. I will show you why I have both in a few moments, but I wanted to empty this one first and get it out of the way. Help if I parked it in a place where I wasn't stuck on a wall. So we'll jump back in the JCB. We will connect up to the other mixing wagon, which is just over here. And we will connect to that. Now, as you can see, we have a mixing ratio HUD at the top of the screen. That is, well, the mixing ratio. Turns out you can't do a U-turn right there. I will go around the clamp instead. So, we'll just go around here. All the bales we need are here. We're going to come to a stop. This HUD will show us anytime we're anywhere near that mixing trailer, so don't worry if you can't see it all the time. So what we need to do is we need to get 2 silage bales, or 2 wrapped bales. I only want 2, thanks. Now, with this bale handling mod, it doesn't accept silage bales, so you will have to do this the old-fashioned way. Gotta give myself a little bit more room. As you can see, they're already producing solid manure. It will appear right there behind us. Liquid manure in the round one to the side there. So we just lower this down. It will take both of them. Turn the auto load on, and what we'll do is we'll give them 1 straw bale. Now see, one of them's gone red because there's a little bit too much straw in there, but there's loads of silage. So what we need to do to balance the ratio out is get 2 hay bales. 2 of them, please, thank you. And we will just put these in as well. There we go. Everything's in the green. It's not a perfect ratio, but everything is in the bands that it needs to be. So that is how you make up total mixed rations, or TMR. So it unloads, well, let's hope that we unload it the right way. We are, as you see, it's spilling out, it's taking capacity away, and they should be plenty happy with this. Just like that. Now, we'll get this trailer out of the way. We'll drop it off there, and we'll have a little look at the animals tab. So as you can see, they've got silage, hay, and they have power food because they are combined into the one. So you don't have to worry about giving them a separate source of hay. All we have left to give them is grass. So there'll be a little jump cut here where I go and get a bit of grass, and I will be right back with I find the easiest way to give them grass is with a mixing wagon. You can give them grass bales, but a mixing wagon I find is the easiest way to do it. So I'll get that done, and you can join me again in just a second. So we now have just shy of 20,000 litres of grass. I did not magically make this appear, I actually magically made that giant lawnmower appear and went and actually had to cut grass myself. I completely forgot that I needed it for this tutorial, but here we are. This vehicle over here, this is a very good example of how you can cut grass quickly and collect it into a loading wagon. You take your tractor with a front and rear 3-point PTO, you put a little lawnmower on the front, and you put your loading wagon on the back. That's a quick way. You can go around and do like around the edges of fields and all that kind of thing with quite a small setup, but it won't get you anywhere particularly quick. To get there quick you need big machines, but this is a standard foraging wagon as well. This isn't a mod. This is standard in the game. It's just a bit ridiculously expensive, that's all. So this trough here is for the grass. So the difference this time is, I personally find that to actually get it to unload you have to reverse up to it. And you unload, and as you see it fills in. I don't expect them to take all this, but there you go. They took 10,000 litres. So as of right now the cows should be completely fed. They have grass, they have water, they have hay, silage and TMR. So they're all fed. They even have straw, which as you can see here is producing solid manure. And in here, if I turn that on, we do have some slurry in here as well. I definitely don't want to fall in there. Now let's just turn that back off. Let's have a look at the animals tab. Everything is in the green. The productivity is at 100%. They will reproduce in 47, well, just shy of 49 hours, well, 47 hours, and we will get another cow, because they will, the higher their productivity and the happier the animals are, the quicker they will produce. And as you can see, the main purpose of having cows isn't for them to reproduce, it's for the milk. So we have 857 litres of milk currently. It's 1 o'clock. So we don't have to do anything else with the cows. I have this foraging wagon here. This one has hay in it, as you can see. It's a slightly different colour to the likes of grass. It's lighter. Try not to get those two mixed up in your foraging wagons. Before we have a look at how much we'll get for milk, the other reason why I got this one too is a little tip here. If I can maybe get away from the wall a bit. The good thing about this is you can turn it on, because it's collecting at the front there as well through that boom, and you can sometimes, if it works. No, it doesn't. Oh well, it worked before. It did work for me before, but in theory you can use it to clean up. Maybe maybe not that. To be honest, I think this is broken for me in my game. It's not acting the way it should, but with this what you do is you either get I will show you in the shop, in the animals tab, I believe it is. Somewhere in here. Maybe not. Maybe I don't have it actually. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't have it. But what you can get for your telehandler, you can get yourself a bucket, or you can get yourself a brush. Now, this is a silage bucket, but I believe it will take grass. But a bucket is your best bet. With a bucket you can take anything. And all you do is scrape it across the ground, pick it up, and just put it back in the trough. It doesn't hurt to have it back in the trough, although if it's grass you will have to put it in that trough over there. And that's the cows, all completely fed. So what we're going to do now is, we're just going to jump in the field. I'm going to turn off the money cheat, so that there's an easier number to look at, just shy of 24,000. And come midnight every in-game day, if I speed up time till we get very close. Oh, I went past it. Wasn't quick enough. As you can see there, after a wage payment, vehicle running cost, property maintenance and all that kind of thing, we made 5,789, whatever currency you're using. We made that much money. So that is how you look after your cows, that is how you make money from your cows. They do need a bit of care to look after them for cleanliness. As you can see here, their cleanliness will go down quite quickly, and if that goes down too far, their productivity will go down a bit as well, and they'll be a bit unhappy. So that's all for this tutorial. I will be coming back to this series. This will have quite a few episodes in it. I will talk about how to look after sheep, how to look after our pigs, how to purchase animals with a trailer, and how to purchase animals without a trailer, and the benefit of each, as well as other farming simulator tutorials such as how to create silage, how to sell bales at the BGA, and things like that. If there's any other tutorials you'd like to see, let me know. I can show you everything you want. I can show you how to cultivate fields, harvest fields, how to pick up straw with a loading wagon, the best way to make bales, the worst way to make bales, all that kind of thing. If there's anything in this series you'd like to see, leave me a comment down below. But if you like this video and it's helped you at all, hit that like button. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for more videos similar to this coming out very soon. But thank you all very kindly for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.